When it comes to the stories we tell in this part of the show, they have a specific focus, like any story. And like any story, there's a limited amount of time to tell them. And often I will think to myself, oh, I wish I had more time so I could include that. Or during an interview, I'll get into a conversation that sort of veers off in another direction. And I really enjoy those moments, but I rarely have an opportunity to share them. Well, today, Franco and I have the chance to do just that. You'll recall the two of us spent a good portion of October rattling around in the spooky corners of Western New York, including the Iron Island Museum. And I remember as I had the chance to chat with museum president Linda Hastreiter how fitting their story is for today, Veterans Day, more so, honestly, than Halloween. The museum, you may remember, once served as a funeral home. When the Hastreiters took it over, they discovered 24 cremated remains in the basement. People left behind for decades. And sure, that's a great start to any ghost story, and it's part of the one told at Iron Island.
There was a guy here by the name of Chip Coffey, who was a psychic medium, and he told us that the man in the attic that haunted the building, his name was Edgar. So we happened to pull out the list about 9 months later, and sure enough, there was a man in there named Edgar Zernicki. And he fought in the Battle of Nicaragua in 1925 or 28, I think it was, and he was a veteran. So I googled his name and found out all this information about him, and it turned out that 8 of the cremains in our basement were veterans.
8 veterans. Men who had come back to Buffalo from war to find entirely new battles at home, often including, Linda told me, things like addiction that left them alone.
They were from all different wars. So on September 24th, 2010, we had 120 motorcycle escorts to the National Cemetery to bury them with full military honors. And since that time, our organization, which is the Patriot Guard Riders, we were started in 2005 as an organization that blocks military burials, so the families are left in peace. And we buried 170 veterans over that time from Western New York that have fought in every war.
It was an unintended consequence of becoming caretakers of this historic place. The Hastreiters forging a bond with those who serve our country, whether here or in the hereafter.
We are very close with a lot of the veterans and what they do for our country and that. And burium is very important. And there's thousands of them across the world, the country, that have left in funeral homes that have gone unclaimed. And the families just own them or whatever the case may be, and someone's got to take care of them. So we are their families for a few days.
Having heard that part of their story, it seemed fitting to return to Iron Island on this day to recognize that act of service, gratitude, and love. This is Kate Welshofer. Be well, stay well. To all those who serve and have served, thank you.